It's the moment you've been waiting for, my friends. From the New York Post, Planned Parenthood offers free vasectomies, abortions in truck outside of DNC. I just want to say, Democrats, it's absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited to see that you're offering this. If there's any way I can help fund this for more Democratic events, or if we can put on more events, maybe the Krasensteins and Harry Sisson and others would be interested in coming and and enjoying these fine services. It's completely aligned with their politics. I completely support it, and I encourage more.
A vasectomy hurts. I've had one. I'm not doing it in a food truck. I mean, geez.
You want to be on a tour bus getting a bunch of vasectomies with a bunch of other Democrats?
I went to a legit doctor in an office with real equipment. I wasn't in a bus like taking turns. Like, that was a big moment. They stick a needle in your scrotum. It's not easy. It's horrible. It's terrible. I still have flashbacks. It's like nom. It's my nom. Looking back, it hurt. Look, at the end of I side with Tim on this. I've gotten a lot of arguments with the right because, a baby's a life. They can't defend themselves. I get it. But if you're playing the long game and they're sterilizing and aborting their children, I've said what I need to say. I don't like it. But hey, if you're going to do it anyway, I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Well,
what are you going to do?
My attitude is it's actually quite simple. Conservatives are not of the mind to engage in violent disruptions. Conservatives won't go out and flip over the Planned Parenthood truck. They're not going to go to Planned Parenthoods and protest and link arms and shut it down. They're going to complain on the internet. They're going to complain at church. They're going to complain to their politician, and they're going to say, do something about this. But Democrats and then you have a lot of conservatives who are like, well, we'll keep it to the states. The states can decide. Well, the end result is going to be that Democrats will get their way in their jurisdictions. They will go unimpeded and uninterrupted. And so what do you say to that? We say, okay, when we have the voting majority, we say you can't do this anymore. Until then, they will sterilize themselves. They will abort their own children. They are not going to be they are not reproducing at replacement levels. And over a long enough period of time, there's not going to be very many people adopting the liberal ideology. Whatever it is that is within these people to hold these views, whatever it may be it small, large, or otherwise, will not be carried in the gene pool. And conservatives will have more and more kids. And the ideas of conservatives will be more successful in the long run. It only takes a generation or two to see a large enough swing in voting patterns. You only need 1%. You need 0.1%. 0.1%, and it goes 0.1 to 49.9, and that's it. Boom, outlawed. So for each state, California, of course, being 2-1 Democrat Republican, many people are saying this is why they have illegal immigration. But people coming from Honduras, there's no guarantee they want abortions either. So it's ultimately not going to work out for Democrats. It may work out for illegal immigrants and migrants in general, but the real winner here is going to be conservative Christians and Muslims.
I think the vasectomy thing is weird and sort of okay, you guys want to round up a bunch of men at your convention who then are going to walk around with stickers, I guess, being like,
I got
an abortion.
You can't walk around. You have to sit in a chair for 3 days.
Lay in this tour bus. It's very weird. But for me, the abortion one is just kind of creepy. It gives me human sacrifice at large rally events. And I know not everyone feels that way, but it's just this weird optic where with Democrats, I feel like you have made the abortion into a caricature of an issue. I think it's weird that you would make this a public spectacle.
What I find absolutely fascinating about this is that it's at the DNC, and that means these are the highest levels of Democrat Party members and activists. We're not talking about regular poor people. We're not talking about some dude named Jim walking down the street getting a vasectomy. We're talking about leaders of Democrat youth organizations showing up to the DNC with badges. We're talking about young women who are a part of the party and are working for a member of Congress or some staffer, and they're being offered to never have children or to eliminate the life of the child right now. And so I want to stress the Democratic Party and Planned Parenthood are offering up to literally give vasectomies to their political organizers and staff.
Right. They're sacrificing their own future. It's the optics are so strange to me. But again, they're like, it's so liberating and we should do this, and 100, like, whatever the reasons are, it's like such a we have drunk the Kool-Aid kind of activity to me.
But my friends, the Wieners Circle in Chicago is happy to support all reproductive health decisions. It's up to you and not the government. All patients at the mobile health clinic will get a free hot dog coupon on us. I want to stress they said all patients. That means if you get a medication abortion in a food truck, you get a free hot dog. Hey, and you might need it because you're going to...
It's a win-win. Like, that's where the DNC is right now.
It's kind of weird that they're giving wieners for vasectomy.
I was going to say,
right?
Oh, no. Anna Claire's point is better. It's you are trading your child's life for a hot dog.
I mean, people got the shot. People got the shot for Krispy Kremes. I mean,
that's what I was like. What kind of gift cards are they giving out? And it also makes me think of that movie where that character goes, "It makes me want a hot dog real bad." Like, what?
Also, Wiener Circle is famous for having the Trump footlong, which is a 3-inch hot dog. You go there and it's like a little tiny one.
What is up with Democrats and penises? Every time I say anything, you're a bodybuilder, you have a small penis. I'm like, what?
I drive a truck. You have a small.
It's so weird. It's just the weirdest. Their fixation on wieners.
No. It's masculinity. Democrats who argue that masculinity is bad, toxic masculinity, etc., love to attack and insult people for not being masculine enough, which says to me one very obvious thing. And actually, I should pull up a tweet from Carl Benjamin.
So it's toxic.
These are people who feel like they're outcasts. So they attack masculinity because they themselves are not masculine. And then they attack you for not being masculine because they wish they were, and they know it's a point of attack. So they're projecting. They're basically saying, I'm going to insult your masculinity because I feel pain over mine, right? So look, there's a lot of people, most people think everyone's brain works the same way as theirs and everyone sees the same thing they see. They cannot understand other people have different life experiences. So what happens is they grew up in the society. They feel bad that they're a short, frail, effeminate man. They get angry about not being the Chad. So they say, well, it's bad to be a Chad. Toxic masculinity. Then when they see another guy who is masculine, they'll say, what, you got a little dick? You're not a real man. Because they're actually saying, what would send me pain, I think would send you pain. And then when they say that to a guy who's like ripped, a millionaire and successful, he's going to be like, okay.
Yeah.
I've got 3 kids and $1 million. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm married. I quit caring about my penis a long time ago. I forgot I had one the other day. I'm like, oh, it's still there. Thank God.
That makes me think of their Lizzo and Dylan Mulvaney.
Oh, no. Lizzo's getting lean now. Did you see that?
Yeah, good for her.
But they're going to start hating her like they did to Adele.
Well, fat shaming is effective. This is a case study.
Carl Benjamin tweeted, remember that everything they do is always about revenge on normal society because they feel like outcasts. And it's a tweet from someone named Aurora saying, it brings me so much joy to know that you feel like all your favorite hobbies are being stripped away from you. You will never get what you think you had back, and that is hilarious. He's completely right. The reason why they try to make companies get woke is they want to destroy what you love because they weren't allowed to play. It is the epitome of envy. It represents envy and greed and wrath. I tell you, the Democratic Party represents the 7 deadly sins too perfectly.
Yes.
Quite literally. And all of its different forms. All of its, you got wrath outside the DNC right now. You've got greed and envy in their policies. Sloth. Oh, that one's so obvious. That goes along with the greed as well. They don't want to work. They think other people should pay. We're going to the price gouging policies. You should have to just lower your prices. I shouldn't have to work for it. And pride, need I say more? You know, and lust, well, that's connected to it as well.
That just makes me sad reading that. Like that's what that's in their hearts, that they feel bad. They want to take away stuff. They want to destroy everything that they can have that they don't like. And it just
well, the thing too is
negative part.
But it's in their own mind. Like
they have mental health problems.
It's like they're walking past you playing a game of basketball and they get really angry. You're like, I can't play basketball. They're stupid people. They're stupid. And if they only walked up and said, guys, I've never played basketball before. Could you teach me how? They'd be like, yeah, for sure, man. Like, come hang out. We're here on 3. We could always have another person come play. But they live in their own mind where they're scared. And they bring the negativity upon themselves and then try to infect others with it.
That's Planet Fitness's entire marketing strategy.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to, you've been to a gym, right? A hardcore lifting gym. They're the most supportive people you will ever find. One time it was Metroflex Long Beach. I'll never forget. This is an overweight woman trying to lose weight. She was pushing a sled and she was about to give up. Everybody stopped what they're doing. And they went around her and they cheered her on until she finished.
There you go.
Is Planet Fitness the thing with the lunk alarm?
Planet Fitness lunk alarm. They're also the one who had the dude shaving in the women's bathroom.
Yeah.
Couple dudes down.
But
And they had that commercial.
no, I
where
want to
like,
ask about the lunk
whichever
alarm.
locker room you want.
Like what? Like I've seen it, but I don't get it.
So the lunk alarm, basically, if you make noise or if you drop weights, which is essentially how I train.
I understand dropping weights.
Yeah, if some weights are really heavy. Theirs only go up to 70, but you can't gently place down 150-pound dumbbells.
Yeah.
They're going to drop. So basically, if you say you're getting that last rep, you have your headphones in, you can't hear yourself. You go, woo, woo, woo. The lunk alarm goes off. So it's their big marketing thing that you won't be intimidated by big, strong people.
How does it work?
Yeah.
You have to yell for it to go off?
You have to make a noise or drop a weight, or maybe they just don't like you.
It's not like an actual alarm. It's just like the people.
No, it's
or
an alarm.
Literally, it
It's
measures
an
the
alarm.
decibels.
There's a switch. There's actually a switch on the floor and behind the desk, and it goes woo, woo.
Yeah. The
woo,
one I
it's
saw had a
blue.
crank, and you go.
So the one.
and
So
that's not as disruptive as somebody dropping their weight.
I was on business and I actually went and I did it just because I thought it was funny. So I went into a Planet Fitness and I had them do the alarm for me. And they did it. It was kind of cool, actually. I'm like, hey, this guy was cool. He's like, yeah, look at this. Boom.
But I got to be honest, like I wouldn't want to go there. You know, we've got weights upstairs, and I'm not a lifter guy. I don't know much about it. We had a trainer, but when he's pushing me to lift more than I've ever lifted, I'm groaning.
I get motivated by people who train hard.
I growl when I'm trying to break my limit or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not going to go to a gym where they insult me for that. It's just, it's not even like I'm intentionally doing it. I'm not trying to yell to people that I'm doing it. I'm like trying to push myself and it just happens, I guess.
I do it when I'm alone. Like, cause I'm exerting. Like if you're doing if you're doing anything hard, if you're moving furniture and you're lifting, you're like, just trying to move that couch. It's just what humans do. But again, like you look at their whole entire marketing strategy is geared towards that mindset.
like emotional.
That whole mindset that, you can't have those guys. Like, we don't like those guys.
threatening.
Yes. They're toxically masculine.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.